Hi, welcome to our very first episode of the Babson Business Now. I am your host, Ru, co-host by Dana and Kevin. This program is supported by Babson College and Babson China Impact Organization. In this program, our team will interview the leaders in the top of many industries to provide a different perspective for our audience of how business was done. And today, I have the privilege to introduce Mr. Ken Lee, the chairman president of Sunforest Capital, who received his MBA degree at Babson in 2003. Dictionary defines superlative as the highest kind, quality, or order, surpassing all else, supreme. I define it as Mr. Ken, as a scientist, as an entrepreneur, and as a leader of the community. In the past decades, working in the biopharma R&D, product management, in big pharma and startups in both China and the US, Ken has successfully built up and invested several companies and granted him one of the most trustworthy partners in the healthcare industry. So Ken, would you like to give us a little brief introduction about yourself?
So thanks, Ru and Babson. And so I graduated from 2003, and it sounds like a long time. And my background is probably different. My college was in 1980s, and I studied in West China University of Medical Sciences and medicinal chemistry major. And in that time, to get into college was very difficult. And but however, when you get into college, and it's easy, so you can have at least 5 jobs waiting for you. And actually, I was in the first 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and I was very frustrated, and I don't know what to do. And so I just tried everything, and just to something different, study a band, because I study a band, hold the pros.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And that time it was very interesting for me. I can probably, I just work like one night each week, like a Saturday night. And at that time, we have to study for 6 days a week, and only 1 day off. And I work only one night, and I make much better money than my professor. So I think that's interesting. So that's so after that, so after graduation, I think that I don't want to be as a scientist. So I just try to find a job by myself for international foreign trading business, for like chemical or pharmaceutical business. And that was is a very good job at that time. So I can travel around China and go to Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and by air or something. And that time, take air was a very luxury life. So I was there to do some business and exporting the China raw material like API or something. Actually, we made a pretty good money, and at that time we made pretty good money. Then, and actually after 1989, and China, the business was in the turning point, and it was difficult. And also, I think I should learn more, because when I do business to deal with a foreigner, I think it's China and myself was a big gap. So I decided to go to study in US. And so I just went to let's say New York and finished my master's degree, and just getting a PhD program, and I found a job and a wife. And so I think it's probably, so I don't want to continue my PhD. And I think one of the reasons is I think when I was in the PhD program, and I should be okay, but a lot of my the classmates They are very, very smart. They're from Tsinghua, Fudan, and China Scientific and Technology University. Very, very smart. And they were younger than me. I think I just, if I try hard for like 200%, I can probably barely match them 50% of their performance. And and also the R&D research was not my interest. So I decided to work in the pharmaceutical company, big pharma. And also after that, New York, I moved to the Boston in 1995. I worked for ASI, a Japanese company, and for R&D. And at that time, actually, I was interested because I worked for the research, also the Kalo lab at the pilot plant, and I did a GMP, QC, QA, and I did the whole process of drug development. And so actually, I was pretty interested. I did management. And at that time, I did a part-time study at Babson College. And then after I graduated, and actually the US public company sent me back to China as a general manager. And at that time, only had 8 people. And when I joined in, I built up the company probably 1 year. And I built up the team about 100 people, employee, and I started to build up business, and I actually get a business from Europe to Japan and from US. In 1.5 years, my China site we can make money. We are break even and make money, but the US site, yeah, had a big cost. And then we decided to do the management buyout. So we conducted management buyout, and in 2008, and we raised about just right before the financial crisis in August. We received the term sheet, and we completed the fund about $18 million, and the China local government matched us 120 million yuan, so about $15 million. And so then I built up the company from Suzhou from scratch, and that was my startup experience. Then I went to after that, so I did the investment, and I did all investment from the just funding the seed fund and to an angel fund to A round, B round, C round, pre-IPO and IPO, and also did a secondary market. And so I just go through the investment, the whole value chain of investment. So basically, that's what I did in the past.
That's really impressive. Like, I love it. I would like to start from maybe the early stage of your life, because you mentioned when you were young, it seems like you were never settled for anything. You have so many talents and so many great ideas, like starting a band, holding prompts, selling postcards, like doing business. Like at that time, no one seems to be familiar with those business. And you mentioned that you even made more than your professors. So we understand that you're the kind of person who goes far and beyond and take challenge. I think this is maybe like incentive for your decision making. So as you start to be an entrepreneur, like was it because you always wanted to do things differently? And what did you learn from your past ideas? How does those activities affect you in the long term?
Well, thanks, Ray. That's a good question. Mm-hmm. And so in China, so actually we have to, when I was young, before getting college, I have to listen to my parents. They sent me to the college. And actually that was very hard to get the top college, like West China University of Medical Sciences. Very hard. But as long as you get into college, you all settle down. And everything you can finish your college, finally you just have a job. that's no problem. But when I get to college, so I said, oh well, to my parents, okay, this I have completed your goal for me, so I have got to try myself. Actually, my parents, especially my father, was very strict to me, and he's very smart. He was an engineer and a very smart guy, but a very doesn't have much patience. And so I get to college. I feel, oh, I'm free. So I can do myself. So my father, when I get to college, my father said, okay, you go yourself. And because at that time, so well, of course, I needed to my parents. In the first couple of years, I needed my family to support my cost. But after second or third years, I make much more money than my father. So I can think of to do something by myself or something different. And I find out I'm not that kind of person to just for do the research as a professor or something. I think I try to do different. And that time was China, and that time was a planned economy, and so everything was state planned, and so market economy just started. So I think it's I need to try everything. I don't know what to do actually in the first few years. I don't know. So I was fun. I just want to have fun, and while just build a band and sell, selling the postcard, sell, do a lot of things. Interested, and I think that's the good way for me to think what to do next. Of course, I have fun. I had fun. I make some money, so I can usually drinking with my friends. I pay and have a lot of fun. And so actually at the end of probably the college, we had a 5 years college life. So the fourth year or something, and I realized I should be a business person, not a scientist. And I think I'm not as smart as a lot of professor, but my talent, I can do a lot of things. So organizing capability, my social work, my networking capability, and my outgoing. I have lots of friends. I think my talent is doing to be maybe sales or to run business. So I think, and also I can have a better life. I have good money. I make a better money, much better money, and so I can use had a good life. So, and that's what I want to do. So at that time, actually it was challenging. A lot of only my parents or even my college, my classmates are thinking, well, it's hard to get into college and to study pharmaceutical, and you go to business. So it looks like you gave up your major. And I think probably it's okay. I think it's okay. Well, I just actually I was doing the international business actually for trading for pharmaceutical, chemical. It's also related, and so I just try because I gave up 5 offers, and I just go to I find a job by myself. Actually, that job was very hard to find, and then I feel it was good. And in the end of the last year, I find out what I can do, what is my strength, and what is my future. Actually, I plan to go to US to start there, work there, and I will go back to China. And actually, that was a long time ago. I was planning to do that. Right now, it's actually following my ideas and my thinking, the original thinking. Although it's a little slow, but still okay. I think I'm doing that. It's good for me, and that's basically it.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Now I know that your father must be really proud of you and people must be really lucky to have you as a friend. And you see right there, that's what we want for our students to learn because most of our audience are still in college. And for many students, college is their first time to get to know about, the real life, which is different from their expectations. A school is not prepared for everything they need. So, what do you think is the most important thing students should learn, like outside of class? And is there anything, maybe like a habit you suggest them to do differently than before?
Actually, thank you for asking this question. I think you get it. I had the same problem with you guys, and at the college, I don't know. I just get I get into college because my father was satisfied. Oh, okay, get to college. So well, I'm okay. So for my father. So after college, in the college, I just have to think about myself. What do you want to do? Well, and if you really like that, I think at that time, if I continue doing in research, I'm okay. But I don't like. I was trying actually to be a graduate student or go to PhD in China or something. But I found out I don't like it. My interest is not. My interest is networking and working with people and do something new. So that's why I have to just find out the way I should do. Actually, when I doing my father doing the try to change my career from research to the business. My father, a lot of people, they probably suggest me don't do that, but I do myself. I listen to my heart. That's what I want to do. And I would suggest first for student, not well, you can listen your friends, your parents, or your teacher, and that's not you. You have to think about what you want to do, what you really like. And I find out there are some problems. A lot of people, like a college student, oh, they say, oh, I want to be to do something. And after they try, and they give up. No, oh, it's difficult. That's a big problem. So you want to know, find out what you really want to do. And so in the college, I would suggest you just try as much as you can, or the industry, or the people, and what's your interest, what's your strength, and what is the opportunity of the future. And is that really want to do, and find out the way. So that plan your like ultimate goal, and but in the on the way of to achieve your goal, so you have a lot of things, maybe a lot of problem obstacles you have to do. But it's okay when you have a goal. Just pursue it. I think you will be there.
And this is very inspiring as it sounds. So it also draws my attention that you have been studying and working in China and the US. And it must be difficult for you since the two countries have a very different or distinguished system. They are vastly different, especially when in US, everybody just encourage you to try more and learn from the failures. But in China, people want you to give a lot of thought before you take actions. So which way do you think is more suitable for you or for the students?
Well, I like your question. Actually, I think both are important. So you have to think. Well, so think something. Actually, thinking deeper, and what do you want to do? You don't want to do something, or then just sooner you find out you don't like it. That's a problem. So I would say you are young. So I think the good thing is you are young, so you have a lot of time to try for the failure. So don't afraid of failure. And actually, don't waste of time to do something, something like, well, you really probably don't like it. So I think as a, so as long as you decide your interests, such as me, I think I want to do business. I want to do it, even sales or marketing or anything, not science. So I have to do it. I just do it. But you know, so when you're getting older, when you're getting to the US, I have no choice, right? Because I have to pay tuition. I can't find a job as a sales or business work. So I have to change myself. I have to study chemistry again. I have to working for R&D. And so I think it's also getting back my interest. The R&D from research, pilot plant, kilo lab, the whole value, the process, the value chain. I have worked on that. So I like it. I think that the way is accumulate my skill and in the future to run my own business and to be investor. So I would think I would encourage you guys, don't afraid of anything. Just try. Well, so as long as you try your hard, try hard, and so you will be there. Don't afraid of anything. Sky is the limit. So many people are thinking, oh, a lot of very difficult, such as me, go to study US almost impossible. I was not a straight A student. I was not as smart as some people, right? But just try myself, and I think I'm okay. So you still have your strength. Well, your weakness, well, you try to maybe just do something to improve your weakness, but you just develop your strengths is more important. Don't spend too much time to just improve your weakness. Yeah, that's my suggestion.
Yeah, I really like your support. So, and speaking of not to waste time, like improve your weakness, in college, like I learned a new word called networking. It is as mysterious as it may sound, and there isn't really like a workbook telling you how to network. But networking is probably the most important thing students must learn besides having class. And this is also the first step to take into consideration of how you may do business later. So do you have any suggestions on how we should network? And what does networking means to you, if you want to share some skills with us?
I think as a networking is the most important for your life. If you want to do business or if you want to research, actually networking is also important. Research, you got to networking with the field, the field, the experts, the top experts of your field. And if you want to do business, and networking is most important. So when I was in college, I was very social. I'm open-minded, be honest, and I don't I don't like hiding. Just very open. So maybe some people look like looks like me. I look like a stupid. To be honest, I don't care. And as long as I don't hurt people, I try to I make fun with people and so build up a lot of work. The networking, but networking is not just a simple. It's not just well, it's a simple simple way of just making people know each other. You got to. I think it's the very efficient networking is probably you can you participate or organize some opportunity, like organize a band and so do the sending postcard and the proms, the proms or something, and build up a lot of networking. People like you, and I think it's probably the most important is when you networking, you people are like you just you be a person, position yourself, be helpful, and you don't want to please everybody. It's impossible. You just be a good person, good guy, and be right person, be helpful, and be reliable. And a lot of people, and you know now people, a lot of people know you, and try to organize some activities by yourself. And that can help you, so you will find a lot of opportunity. Maybe this guy is different, that guy is different. And so you will learn, you will find, you have much opportunity. And so after I went to Boston, I built up the SAPA, Sino-American Pharmaceutical Association, New England, the first association, actually in 1998. And fortunately, this this association become the largest pharmaceutical associations over in China and the US. And a lot of people from my association, they came back to China, start up their business, and a lot of people become the multi-billionaire, that becomes their company be publicly listed in China, and they work together. And so I invest on them, and I also working with them. So I think it's great. But however, I have a suggestion. Don't waste too much time on the necessary networking. Some people are maybe, well, you know, it's okay, respect, that's okay. A lot of times waste time. I think you maybe ask something I like. Maybe you can change your question about asking something I don't like. Actually, I enjoy everything, but probably something I don't like play car, play mahjong or something. I think it's waste time. A lot of people just there, they play every weekend. Probably that one I don't like. I think it's a waste of time. So networking is try to network is with a lot of people, all kinds of people. The people higher level, medium level, even people lower than you, and you will learn everything. So I think it's a very important skill for you.
That's really inspiring, because you're right. You should learn from others. Like, people now seem to enjoy networking itself rather than to learn from others, and that's just not wrong. There's a lot more to process, and I'm sure now you have equipped us for most of the information we needed as we studied. So let's get to more business world. Right now, we're living in the age of spin, meaning that there's so many informations and it's very hard to keep pace with the world. And many students have questions on where they will work or where they will live, and it's very hard to decide. So how are you dealing with this overwhelming amount of information, and how do you process them? Is there any information that changes you for long term?
Well, actually, well, right now it's pretty lucky. So the information is so easy. We have a WeChat, we have a computer, very easy. But the problem is we have cell phone or something. But it's very easy to get information. So lots of information, as you said. So actually, this information or the world is accelerated. It's going very fast. As you said, we are in the spin world or something. It's a challenge for you, for me, and for even for my kids, and for a lot of people. And but you in the real world, you will see a lot of people just. I think it's a waste of a lot of time for the WeChat group talking about some bullshit and arguing some bullshit. Well, so I had fun to bullshit, but well, as I don't have it's okay, enjoy. But for you, so filter. You gotta filter something which is useful for you. Like I'm doing right now doing investment. Investments, a lot of every year probably I will look at study about I think at least 300 to 500 business plan, and every year meet a lot of people, probably over, well, I think personal meet over, I don't know, 500 or 1,000 people. And so a lot of people, well, And even a lot of people come to Beijing with their friends. Whereas I had time to invite them for drink or something. Normally, I'm a good person, like to chat or drink with people. And sometimes people, I don't have time to drink with one person. Probably several people get together, had a big party or something. But you got to feel a filter information. Don't just too much information. Don't let them distract you. And I think that's important for your life and for business focus. That's important. Well, however, you need to learn a lot to leader. Probably something out of general information. Just go walk through and don't waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very precise. We should have our own focus. We should balance each options and see what we can learn. So as an entrepreneur and investor, there are lots of criteria that you must take into consideration. The starting idea, the platform, and the team members. So let us look at your entrepreneurship experience. Your business model, which one do you think is the key to success? And if we are about to start a company, what should we value more? Is it the idea? Is it platform? Is it the other marketing strategies?
That sounds like the team's model, Babson's model for entrepreneurship model. For me, I think the opportunity is important. Well, you try to, if you have an opportunity, if you have a goal, like the opportunity, you have to, you find the opportunity, you can create the opportunity. We talk about before, through your networking and through something of your expertise area, you find out that you will find the opportunity. Is this opportunity really good for you? And if you think it's very good for you, you really like it, you think it has a good, huge market in the future, they have the very competitive strength or something. So this opportunity, you find out, that's good. And then you are thinking what you can do. If this opportunity and the opportunity is that suitable for you, or if that is really good opportunity for you and you really like to do and really do, then okay, I want to do this. Okay, then you build up team. Okay, build up team, build up resources. You can attract our resources. So if there is no opportunity, like there is no goal or no your ultimate goal, that's nothing for you. So I think if you find the opportunity, you set up a goal, just try hard, try everything, put all your resources, your team's resources, and they're working for you, working for this opportunity. You will be there.
That's really inspiring. I haven't given a lot of thoughts on that. So let us talk about Babson College. Babson is really life-changing. I have never thought about doing business before and started as an engineer. But here at Babson, I learned more about entrepreneurship and how the business was formed, and have a pretty complete understanding of how business people doing their own things. And it's very different from the engineering people. And for Babson, we are very famous as entrepreneurs. And this is kind of question we ask every audience. To you, what is an entrepreneur? And what do you think the entrepreneurship should fit in today's business model? It could be any region or any country you would like to share, or any kind of business you have ever done.
I think your background is maybe similar like background. I was chemist. I was chemist. I was like you are engineer. So I think this is very good. I think from now I learned is that everything counts. You don't think before I was in college, I don't like my major. I don't like like a chemist or something, chemistry or something. I like probably to study or to do the something arts or something. But so this engineer background or chemistry background really is the base foundation for you. So you don't want to say, oh, I don't want to do that. So probably I will do something else. I'll be a musician or something. Maybe you maybe it's okay. But probably I would suggest you don't give up your engineer background. And based on your engineer background, and you also can do a lot of things. If you want to be research, or research may be hard for you. So if you want to business, there are a lot of things to be sales, BD, or financing, and a lot of things. And that can help you to go through the build up your own, develop your own career. And so I think the most important thing is what you want to do is create a value. Well, if you work for a company, well, yeah, as an employee, you need to create a value for the company. Well, you don't want to think the boss pay you, get a salary, get your raise every year. That's not the case. The boss will pay you because you have to contribute more value to the company. Well, if you work for the company, you have to contribute value. If you start up your own company, well, you need your employee or your partners or investors or yourself. You have to create value for everybody, for the company. I think that's a really entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is not just a startup business, like oh, I want to start up something. Well, you can do anything from as an entrepreneur. You work for a company. Well, if you can initiate a project, then you can attract the resources or try to get support from your boss, from your coworker, and just initiate the project and start up this project. It can be a huge company in the future. So entrepreneur, I would not suggest that people from a college or something, or maybe just graduate from Babson, you want to start up business. And basically you don't have especially right now, at this stage, this time, well, you start a business, you need a lot of basic idea, technology, or resources. You don't have anything. And it's just I want to start this. Like a lot of people to start with a .com company or something, they fail. And I would suggest maybe either join some startup company and join some big company, or try something different after a few years, and you can do something for the company. You don't want to be a loser for the company. Any company, they employee, they hire you. You gotta contribute. You gotta make money for your boss. Then, as long as you know how to make money for your boss, for other people, then you know how to make money for yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, it's really interesting. For me, sometimes I think of too much about what I will get, salary, but I like focus on the long term. And for you, you have business for multi-international. And going international must be very difficult for you since every country has its own system. And the latest economic state China as not a socialist country, but a state capitalism, meaning that the government has been controlling lots of capital for the company, which is very different from that of the US. So for you, when you go in for international, which process is the most difficult for you?
Well, so right now we are doing the investment on pharmaceutical or biotech company. So we don't want to develop some product which is only for China. We have to find out the product where for global, especially U.S. market, European market, to be like to meet the unmet market needs. So like this is the opportunity. Well, so as long as you find out this business you can do. Let's I invest the company. They license U.S. U.S. Drug, which is on the phase 1 clinical trial, phase 2 clinical trial. We license it and license it back to China. And actually, we develop the product in China and globally. And also, we invest. We are completely acquired company in Boston, which is Melbourne. Is a proton therapeutical company. We spent about $500 million to acquire that company, and we moved back to China. I think this is we have many ways to do multinational, but we are not. We just the difficult thing is you need to find out something like for the opportunity is really good for you. We're not doing, we don't want to like some company or some local Chinese company. Oh, we are multinational, but they have no any access to U.S. Maybe very little. Maybe sell some product in Chinatown. They said, "Oh, I'm multinational." That's bullshit, right? You really want to do something, and that's really multinational. That's really create a value. And difficult thing is most difficult. You find a partner in China, in US. Well, the US, you can talk to him, really partner, and he knows technology, knows US market, has share the same value with you. And well, I think most difficult is people, and it's hard to find a good person, good people to work with you. But as long as you can find a good opportunity, so I think you should be there.
Just always keep going. And right now we are living in sort of a post-apocalypse world. The infamous COVID-19 changes almost everything. But it shows a different perspective of each country, of each system. And this COVID-19 probably brings a new order to our world. So how do you think this COVID-19 will change the healthcare industry? And what could be the potential opportunities or challenges that may happen?
Well, actually, the COVID-19 is very bad, but maybe they changed the world. And but you look at the healthcare, and the healthcare industry, and is going pretty well. Actually, this problem is good for healthcare. You look at the Hong Kong stock market, the China stock market for the healthcare, they're going pretty well. And especially when you have this kind of a crisis, and the government or private investment, they put a lot of money, invest a lot of money on this industry. And so they want to develop new drugs, new treatment, and the new way of healthcare system. And I think it's well, for healthcare industry, I don't want to talk about others. It's a good. And the challenges still had a lot of challenges. Well, when you for the treatment, new treatment for cancer, for new disease, even for the infectious disease or for antivirus, a lot of vaccine or something, you need to develop a new product, and it takes time, takes a lot of challenge, and but the opportunity is there. So working for the healthcare industry is very good. And in the past not decades, maybe past 100 years, or maybe next century, or also the healthcare is maybe it's always good.
Yeah, so healthcare must be a very long and prosperous industry, because it doesn't matter when or how, people are always concerned about their health. So this will be my last questions for you, Ken. As an investor, what would you do differently than the other investors? Like, what is your secret?
You always ask a good question. And I think I'm doing different. I did this, a lot of investors, they want to make money. Well, so I invest on you. I want to, how much I get a return. I invest you $10 million. I want a return. Well, of course I want a return. Well, I got maybe 10 times, 25 times return. But my basic idea is I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you. If you succeed, you make big money. I make a little money, and well, eventually I'm good. So that's why, based on this idea, I'm trying to. I invested especially for the seed fund, the angel investment. I did a lot of help for them, and for their strategy, their team, their product management, or even for their BD and get a government support or fundraising, a lot of things. Or even for I'm also I look like the owner of the company, or we are very good friends, very reliable friends, and they have problems, they ask me. And or they have team fighting with a team, or a lot of things, or they were helping. But I'm just truly try to, if I want to invest on this company, I'm truly trying to help them. Unlike many investors, well, the second round I got to exit, and I got to make money, or you have to maybe. When the company go bad, I have to get my money back. Well, that's nothing wrong. But if the company has problem, I'm just supposedly I invest a company. They just we invest a lot of money. They're about $30 million, and after 1 year, they burn the money, almost burn the money, but try to develop the product. Actually, you can't get the money back. The company almost have nothing. But what I do is I'm trying to help them raise funds, raise more funds, get more government support, try to get the licensing new product or sell the product. Try to help them, and after a period of time, the company really get a very good received the fund, and the second round they getting much better. And next year they will go to be listed in Hong Kong. There are a lot of challenging obstacles, problems in building up the company. But I really enjoy the process, not only making money, enjoy the process of working with people. I say that people, their company growing up, the owner become more mature and more very outstanding, and they have a very good, it's good for the company, they have a good social responsibility, and they are trying to help maybe other people. And also in turn, maybe if they can succeed, they will become an LP. Well, they invest back up, and we build up a company together. And also we enjoy working together. Not maybe we have some argument, but not everybody good or had a good relations. So sometimes it's not working out. But many people, they are very. They know, they appreciate, they really appreciate my help, and without my help, maybe they may be much slower, or they were a failure, and I try to help them, and I think I'm different from them, from other investors. Maybe some investors doing something, but that's what I'm doing.
So to sum it up, our students should always have a big picture and to pursuing their dreams. Also, we should learn from other people. So, and the last thing, be smart. Always process the information or the potential opportunities for us. Is there anything you would like to add?
I think it's well, probably one suggestion for students or for your life in the future is how to work with people. How to work with people. Like as an investor, I have to find out that you said people, invest in people is important, but it's very hard. It's really actually very, very hard. And you will find out you don't know. You don't know which people you can work with, which people you don't, you cannot get along. So you have to try, and you have to think about yourself. Maybe something wrong with your partner. Maybe he has problem or you have problem. Well, can we solve this problem together? Maybe sometimes you cannot solve the problem. So you have to fire people. While you say, well, we can separate. Well, it's okay, but you have to deal with people. Actually, dealing with people is the most important thing. And so I would suggest in the beginning of your startup business or do something or find a partner, you need to set up a structure with your partners. And I think I would suggest you hire a lawyer to help you build up a good structure. And a lot of good businesses, they have a good technology, good product, good team, but the company didn't success. So that's why in the beginning, you can't make this a good structure, so the company cannot succeed. And sometimes you will feel funny is that when the company you start a business, when you're in the beginning, we didn't have money, we work hard, we get 18 hours a day and 7 days a week, and we didn't have money. We just eat the lunch box in the company. We were very happy. But when the company getting better, getting good, we had the money, and the partners were start fighting each other, or maybe it's trying to kill each other. And well, I would suggest you really try to avoid this problem. And the structure on a good team is very important. Yeah.
All right. I would like to thank Mr. Ken Lee for sharing all this, and thank you for that. That's pretty much every question we answer. We're really appreciative.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.